Thank you for coming to watch me lose my virginity. So my biggest competition throughout my entire life has been my mom. It started very young at conception. So she was like, I'm gonna have a kid. And I was like, yes you are. I first caused a 70-pound weight gain. It was my first vengeance against her. Then it continued. I think she thought it was gonna be easy, and when my March due date quickly turned to April, she was less than thrilled, but I was going for like the crock pot baby vibe. I wanted to simmer in there. She wasn't thrilled, because at this point, I would say she was like the spinning image of a whale that had eaten an elephant. So, my dad and her conspired, like, how do we get this baby the fuck out of here? But there wasn't WebMD, because it was the 90s. So I think they read a book, I'm not sure. But they came to the conclusion that if my mom just ate like a lot of food, I would just like come on out. So their conclusion was a whole pizza would be a lot of food, which I could eat now, not pregnant. But you know, it's fine, it was a lot for her. So she ate a pizza, and through the miracle of childbirth and the help of a little Caesar, I did walk my way out. So I was a really fat baby, and like my on-average size continued into adulthood. But as a toddler, they brought me to the checkup or whatever, and they're like, your daughter's on average. And my parents were like, oh my God, is she like gonna grow another limb? And they're like, no, she's gonna be 6'3", which is not a normal height for anybody. I think my parents didn't react shocked, they were just like, fuck yes. We have a star athlete in this household now. And I don't know if you guys know this, but the WNBA is the best national athletic league, probably in the world. People just love it. So they were like, this is it. She's gonna pay for everything. But I didn't grow to 6'3", I'm a short 5'11" now. But they could try and get me in basketball, see how it would go. 4th grade, sign me up. I walked onto the court, and everyone was like, oh my God, this girl's so tall. And my parents are prideful people, so they were like, yes, she is. And then I played, and then they left, and I had to meet them in the parking lot because I was that bad. So my career ended then. I was told it wasn't my thing. So I moved to singing, the logical next step. My brother, who later came along, did grow to be 6'3", is a good athlete. Not I, though. I was like, you know what? As an 8-year-old, I think singing is my passion, and I think that singing on the street, a little dangerous for me. Could get taken. But what if I sing to my peers? Oh, they'll get it. They'll totally find their dad's like someone famous. So I would go to recess, and I would stand on benches and sing to nobody. And my career didn't take off. Unshockingly. So I did continue to sing unsuccessfully in many choirs. I joined a women's glee, so it was kind of a big deal. But I moved to Chicago, and I was like, how can I continue to be creative? Let me try comedy, the easiest thing to do. But I had to tell my parents about it. I'm very close with them, I'm close with my family, and I called my dad, and I said, hey Dad, like, I'm taking a comedy class. And he was like, oh, okay, I need you to do one thing for me. I'm like, okay. He's like, just don't talk about your dad. Fair. Told my brother. My brother, like I said, cool, athletic, thinks maybe Hamilton might be racist against white people. He's not sure. So I told him that I was taking a comedy class. His actual reaction via text, I watched the little bubbles, was, women aren't funny. Dot. But Kristen Wiig is sometimes. I'm hoping to go for occasional, but we'll see. Then I told my mom, and my mom, like I said, competition, number one enemy. She said, Danielle, I have your jokes ready. You can just tell them like they're yours, and they'll believe you. And I felt like Eve in the Garden of Eden in that moment, talking to the snake. And I thought to myself, what do I do? Do I take my mom's jokes? own jokes. And I said, not today, Satan. I'm telling my own fucking jokes. So, hopefully it worked out. But she's not jealous of me, she's no competition when it comes to dating. She is happily married to my dad. She did tell me once in a bar when she visited me that being 22 and single is the worst thing she could wish upon someone, so thank you, Mom, for the curse. Love it, but I'm really good at swiping. Right? Like, solid. Thank you. But here's a tip, everyone. If you are single in this crowd, I can't see all of your faces, but I'm going to assume there's someone. The trick is the opening line. Because of feminism, I have to start the conversation. And I start with a little factoid. Get them interested. Educate them just a little bit. And I let them know, did you know that you can induce a human pregnancy with a whole pizza?